Imagine a woman whose gentle smile and religious habit inspired trust in everyone she met. Now, imagine that same woman hiding a darkness so deep she would become known as one of history's most evil serial killers. Let the words sink in. This is the chilling true story of Miriam Solicitas, the serial killer nun. Her tale is a haunting reminder that sometimes the greatest evil hides behind the purest mask. Miriam was born Marina Solid, Q2, in 1883, in the rugged countryside of Greece. Her childhood was marked by hardship, long days working on her family's farm, and nights spent dreaming of a life beyond poverty. Even as a young girl, Marina's ambition burned bright. She longed for wealth, for power, for a way out. With few options, she turned to the church, believing that a nun's habit could be her ticket to a better life. Marina's journey led her to the old Calandrus church, where she met the charismatic monk, Matthew Carpathakis. Together, they broke away to form a new sect. And with cunning determination, Marina, now Miriam Solicitas, helped found a new monastery. She quickly rose through the ranks, charming and manipulating those around her, until she stood at the very heart of the church's power. The monastery was advertised as a sanctuary, a healing center for those suffering from tuberculosis. Desperate families flocked to its doors, hoping for a miracle. But inside, there were no doctors. No real medicine, only empty promises. Meanwhile, Miriam was quietly amassing land and wealth, her true intentions hidden behind a mask of piety and faith. The monastery's walls concealed not just the sick, but secrets darker than anyone could imagine. As Miriam's power grew, so did her cruelty. She began to extort, blackmail, and torture those who trusted her most. Victims were locked away in cold, dark cells, starved, beaten, and sometimes left to die. She preyed on the vulnerable, convincing families to hand over their property in exchange for salvation. Police would later estimate at least 27 murders, but the real number may be far higher. Miriam's reign was one of fear, pain, and unimaginable betrayal. The stories of her victims are heartbreaking. Mrs. Becca, a devoted follower, was imprisoned and starved until she fell into a coma and died. Her cries for help echoing unheard through the monastery's stone halls. The Panayotopoulos family was held hostage, their property stolen, their lives destroyed. Even nuns who dared to speak out, like Sister Theodote, were beaten so severely they died from their injuries. Under Miriam's rule, the monastery became a place of suffering and terror. It was an anonymous tip that finally brought Miriam's crimes to light. Police began to investigate her mysterious wealth, uncovering hundreds of properties in her name. In a dramatic midnight raid, officers stormed the monastery, rescuing dozens of malnourished children and elderly women from filthy, locked rooms. The world was shocked as the truth about the serial killer nun was finally revealed. Miriam was put on trial for murder, fraud, torture, and more. In court, she remained cold and defiant, insisting she was innocent, her face a mask of piety even as the evidence mounted. She was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but served only a short time before falling ill and dying. Yet, even after her conviction, some of her followers continued to worship her, refusing to believe the horrors she had committed. The story of Miriam Solicitas is a dark warning about the dangers of blind faith and unchecked power. Her legacy is a stain on the history of religious institutions, a reminder that evil can wear any disguise, even that of a gentle nun. In the end, her story teaches us to look beyond appearances and to never let trust blind us to the truth. The story of Mariam Solicitous is just one of many dark tales we uncover. If you want to delve deeper into the twisted minds of history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Don't miss out on our next chilling investigation.